Good morning, everyone. Let me start by asking you a simple question. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve so much effortlessly while others struggle day after day? The truth is, it's not luck, it's not talent, it's habits. The small, seemingly insignificant choices we make every single day that shape the trajectory of our lives. Today, I want to share with you 5 daily habits that will completely change your life if you commit to them sincerely. Imagine waking up every morning with a sense of purpose, a spark of joy, and an awareness of the incredible gift that life has offered you. Too often, we start our day by scrolling through our phones, checking emails, or worrying about what lies ahead, and in doing so, we miss the simplest yet most transformative practice: gratitude. Gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling, it is a conscious choice to recognize and appreciate the blessings, opportunities, and lessons that surround us. When we cultivate gratitude each morning, we set the tone for the entire day, shaping our mindset, decisions, and interactions. It is the seed that, when watered consistently, grows into resilience, positivity, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Gratitude has the remarkable power to rewire the brain. Neuroscientific studies have shown that when we focus on what we are thankful for, our brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the neurotransmitters responsible for happiness and well-being. This means that gratitude is not merely a mental exercise, it is a physiological act that changes how we feel and perform. By beginning each day with a deliberate focus on appreciation, we train our minds to see opportunities instead of obstacles, abundance instead of scarcity, and hope instead of fear. It is a subtle shift, but one with profound consequences, because the way we start the day often dictates the quality of every subsequent moment. Consider how gratitude transforms perspective. When we acknowledge even the smallest blessings, our health, the presence of loved ones, a safe home, or the very fact that we have another day to live, we create a mental framework that prioritizes positivity over negativity. Life is full of challenges and uncertainties, but a mind grounded in gratitude navigates difficulties with composure and clarity. Instead of dwelling on what is missing, we focus on what is present. And this simple reframing encourages creativity, problem-solving, and emotional strength. Gratitude shifts our attention from external circumstances to internal awareness, fostering contentment without the need for constant comparison or validation. Moreover, expressing gratitude outwardly strengthens our relationships and social connections. When we acknowledge and appreciate others, the people who support us, guide us, or inspire us, we reinforce bonds and cultivate mutual respect and kindness. A morning spent reflecting on the contributions of colleagues, friends, or family members encourages us to act with empathy and generosity throughout the day. In this sense, gratitude is both an internal practice and a relational one, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond ourselves and positively impacts the people around us. The act of starting the day with gratitude need not be complicated or time-consuming. It could be as simple as listing 3 things you are thankful for, journaling about a positive experience from the previous day, or silently acknowledging the opportunities that the new day offers. The key is consistency. The cumulative impact of daily gratitude cannot be overstated. Over time, it develops into a deeply ingrained habit that transforms how we experience life. People who practice daily gratitude report higher levels of energy, reduce stress, improve sleep, and a more optimistic outlook. The smallest intentional pause in the morning can serve as a foundation for greater focus, better decision-making, and a profound sense of purpose throughout the day. Gratitude is not about ignoring challenges or pretending life is perfect. It is about choosing to see the light amid darkness, to recognize value amid struggle, and to focus on abundance amid scarcity. By starting each day with gratitude, we equip ourselves with a mindset that is resilient, creative, and capable of facing whatever the day may bring. It is a habit that quietly but powerfully changes our perception of the world, our interactions with others, and ultimately the trajectory of our lives. Every morning presents an opportunity to reset, to choose appreciation over complaint, and to step into the day with a heart attuned to possibility, growth, and joy. Self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools we possess, yet it is often overlooked in the hustle of daily life. Most people move from one task to another, from one meeting to another, without ever pausing to ask themselves the most important question: am I growing? Am I becoming the person I aspire to be? Daily self-reflection is not about criticizing yourself or dwelling on mistakes. It is about developing a clear understanding of who you are, what motivates you, and where your actions are taking you. It is the mirror of the mind and the compass of the soul, guiding your journey with clarity and intention. By dedicating a few minutes each day to reflect, you cultivate self-awareness, the foundational quality that separates those who react to life from those who shape it. The practice of reflection allows you to step back from the noise and chaos of the external world and turn your focus inward. In doing so, you begin to recognize patterns in your behavior, habits that serve you, and habits that hold you back. When we act without awareness, we are like a ship adrift at sea, subject to the whims of circumstance. Reflection gives us the ability to navigate consciously, to make choices aligned with our values, and to course correct before small issues become significant obstacles. Over time, this habitual introspection strengthens your judgment, sharpens your decision-making, and deepens your understanding of yourself in ways that no amount of external advice or instruction can replicate. Self-reflection also encourages accountability. By honestly reviewing your actions and thoughts, you take responsibility for your successes and your failures. This accountability is empowering because it shifts control back into your hands. Instead of blaming external circumstances or waiting for life to deliver results, you recognize your role in shaping outcomes. When you reflect on what you did well, you reinforce positive behaviors and build confidence. When you reflect on areas for improvement, you do not dwell on guilt or regret, but identify actionable steps to grow and evolve. This cycle of observation, understanding, and adjustment is the engine of personal development. Moreover, daily reflection fosters emotional intelligence. By examining your reactions, triggers, and emotional responses, you gain insight into why you feel the way you do and how to manage your emotions effectively. This awareness strengthens your relationships, improves communication, and enhances empathy. People who regularly reflect on their interactions are more attuned to the needs and perspectives of others, enabling them to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Emotional mastery, cultivated through self-reflection, is a skill that pays dividends in both personal and professional life. The practice itself is versatile and can be adapted to suit any lifestyle. Some people prefer journaling, writing down their thoughts, lessons, and experiences from the day. Others may meditate quietly, asking themselves probing questions about intentions, choices, and outcomes. Even a brief mental review at the end of the day, considering what went well, what could have gone better, and what you learned, can have a transformative effect when done consistently. The key is honesty and consistency. The smallest daily pause, repeated over weeks and months, accumulates into profound self-understanding, clarity of purpose, and a heightened sense of direction. Reflection is not about dwelling on the past, it is about learning from it to create a better present and a more purposeful future. It trains the mind to observe rather than react, to understand rather than judge, and to grow rather than stagnate. By turning inward each day, even for a few moments, you unlock the capacity to navigate life with intention, to make decisions grounded in wisdom rather than habit, and to live with a sense of alignment between your actions and your deepest values. It is a simple practice with extraordinary potential, quietly transforming ordinary days into deliberate. E. Steps toward an extraordinary life. The pursuit of knowledge is one of the most transformative habits a person can cultivate, yet it is often overlooked in the demands of everyday life. Learning is not confined to classrooms, textbooks, or formal degrees. It is a continuous, deliberate, and conscious effort to expand your understanding, skills, and perspectives. Those who commit to lifelong learning distinguish themselves not only by what they know, but by how they think, how they adapt, and how they approach challenges. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and grow continuously is not optional. It is essential for personal, professional, and emotional development. Every day presents an opportunity to acquire new knowledge, yet many people underestimate the power of small, consistent efforts. Reading for 20 minutes, listening to a podcast, practicing a new skill, or reflecting on experiences are all ways to feed the mind. While these actions may seem modest, their cumulative impact is profound. Knowledge, once acquired, compounds like interest in a bank account, quietly and steadily building capabilities, confidence, and insight over time. The person who embraces this habit consistently becomes better equipped to make decisions, solve problems, and seize opportunities that others might overlook. Learning is not just about acquiring facts. It is about sharpening your ability to think critically, creatively, and strategically. When you expose yourself to diverse ideas, perspectives, and disciplines, you train your mind to approach challenges from multiple angles. This versatility allows you to adapt more easily to change, navigate uncertainty with clarity, and innovate solutions where others see obstacles. Lifelong learning is essentially an investment in mental flexibility, resilience, and problem-solving prowess, which pays dividends in every area. Life. Commitment to learning also fosters humility. The more you learn, the more you realize the vastness of what you do not yet know. This recognition encourages curiosity, openness, and a willingness to grow, rather than complacency or arrogance. Humility in learning makes you approachable, receptive to feedback, and more capable of building meaningful relationships. It transforms challenges into opportunities and failures into lessons, shifting the mindset from fear of inadequacy to excitement for growth. Moreover, learning inspires action. Knowledge without application remains dormant, but when coupled with intentional effort, it empowers you to achieve goals and make meaningful contributions. For example, learning about emotional intelligence allows you to communicate more effectively. Understanding personal finance equips you to make wiser decisions. Studying leadership principles enhances your ability to influence and inspire others. Each piece of knowledge, when applied, becomes a tool for transformation, not just for yourself, but for those around you. The habit of learning is also profoundly liberating. It gives you autonomy over your life, freeing you from the limitations of ignorance, fear, or outdated beliefs. The more you know, the more you can create, innovate, and shape your own destiny. Lifelong learning keeps the mind vibrant, the spirit curious, and the perspective fresh. It turns every day into a classroom, every experience into a lesson, and every interaction into an opportunity for insight. It is a habit that nurtures confidence, cultivates resilience, and fosters a mindset that is unafraid of change or challenge. Learning is not merely an activity, but a way of life. It is the deliberate choice to seek growth, to embrace curiosity, and to challenge the boundaries of your own understanding. By committing to this practice consistently, you position yourself not only to adapt to the world, but to shape it, to innovate in ways others cannot, and to experience the profound satisfaction of personal and intellectual evolution. Every small step you take in learning compounds over time, building a foundation of knowledge, wisdom, and capability that equips you to navigate life with clarity, purpose, and confidence. Dreams are beautiful and vision is inspiring, but without action, they remain intangible and unrealized. The bridge between aspiration and achievement is built with disciplined action, a habit that separates those who merely hope from those who consistently accomplish. Discipline is not about rigidity or deprivation. It is about channeling focus, energy, and intention into consistent, purposeful effort. Every successful person, regardless of field or circumstance, owes their achievements not to luck, but to the small, deliberate actions taken day after day. It is the quiet, often unnoticed consistency that compounds over time, creating extraordinary results. Action without discipline often leads to inconsistency, frustration, and wasted potential. Many people begin with enthusiasm, only to see their motivation fade when challenges arise or progress feels slow. Disciplined action, however, is not dependent on fleeting emotions. It is a commitment to showing up, even when the energy is low, the circumstances are difficult, or the immediate results are invisible. By prioritizing consistency over convenience, you create momentum that grows steadily and inevitably. It is in the repetition of small, purposeful actions that excellence is born and goals are achieved. Disciplined action also transforms how we perceive challenges. Life is inherently unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable. Without discipline, challenges can derail progress and shake confidence. With disciplined action, challenges become opportunities to adapt, learn, and refine strategies. Each deliberate step, even in the face of setbacks, reinforces resilience and builds character. By embracing the process rather than obsessing over instant results, you cultivate patience, perseverance, and an unwavering focus on long-term outcomes. Success is rarely linear, but disciplined action ensures that every step moves you closer to your vision. One of the most powerful aspects of disciplined action is its ability to convert intention into reality. Goals remain abstract until they are translated into concrete steps, and each step, no matter how small, adds measurable progress. Breaking large objectives into manageable tasks allows for daily wins, which reinforce motivation and create a sense of accomplishment. This approach prevents overwhelm and builds confidence, demonstrating that even the loftiest goals are attainable through steady, intentional effort. It is not the grand gestures, but the daily actions that create a life of impact and fulfillment. Discipline is closely intertwined with focus. In a world filled with distractions and constant demands, the ability to concentrate on what truly matters is invaluable. Disciplined action requires prioritizing tasks, eliminating unnecessary diversions, and dedicating time and energy to what aligns with your highest goals. Focused action amplifies efficiency, reduces wasted effort, and ensures that every move contributes meaningfully to the bigger picture. By aligning discipline with clarity of purpose, you transform busyness into progress and intention into measurable outcomes. Moreover, disciplined action builds self-trust. Every time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, you reinforce confidence in your ability to achieve what you set out to do. This self-trust becomes a foundation for tackling more ambitious goals, taking calculated risk, and stepping into leadership or influence. Discipline is not merely a habit, it is a declaration of belief in your potential, a tangible demonstration that you are capable of shaping your life through effort and consistency. Ultimately, disciplined action is the engine of transformation. It converts dreams into reality, learning into mastery, and potential into tangible achievement. By embracing the power of deliberate, consistent effort, you gain control over your journey, navigate challenges with resilience, and move steadily toward goals that once seemed distant or unattainable. Each day becomes an opportunity to reinforce commitment, strengthen habits, and take purposeful steps that cumulatively lead to extraordinary outcomes. Kindness and positivity are often underestimated in their transformative power. Yet they have the ability to shape lives, influence outcomes, and create ripples far beyond our immediate perception. It is easy to get caught up in personal ambitions, deadlines, and challenges, but the choice to approach life with empathy, compassion, and a positive outlook is one of the most profound decisions we can make daily. Spreading kindness is not merely a moral or ethical act. It is a strategic and intentional way to cultivate better relationships, build trust, and elevate the environment around us. Positivity, when paired with kindness, becomes contagious, influencing not only your mindset, but also the energy of those you encounter. Every interaction presents an opportunity to make an impact. A simple smile, a word of encouragement, or an offer of help may seem small. Yet these gestures can transform a person's day and create lasting impressions. Kindness does not require grand acts. It thrives in consistency and authenticity. When we practice kindness daily, it becomes ingrained in our behavior, shaping our character and reinforcing our commitment. To nurturing meaningful connections. Positivity works similarly, reframing challenges and setbacks as opportunities to grow, inspiring those around us to adopt a more optimistic perspective and approach life with resilience. Kindness and positivity are powerful because they foster trust and collaboration. People naturally gravitate toward those who exude warmth, understanding, and encouragement. In professional environments, positive and kind individuals inspire teams, enhance morale, and create cultures where creativity and collaboration flourish. In personal relationships, these qualities strengthen bonds, promote empathy, and encourage reciprocity. Acts of kindness create a ripple effect. One thoughtful gesture leads to another, gradually building a network of goodwill that benefits both the giver and the receiver. Psychologically, practicing kindness and maintaining a positive outlook have profound effects on mental health and emotional well-being. Studies have shown that performing acts of kindness increases levels of serotonin and oxytocin, chemicals in the brain associated with happiness, connection, and stress reduction. Positivity improves resilience, allowing individuals to handle adversity with composure and clarity. When we actively choose to focus on solutions rather than problems, to uplift rather than criticize, and to encourage rather than judge, we create a mindset that is not only resilient but also inspiring to others. Spreading kindness also develops emotional intelligence. By recognizing and responding to the needs and feelings of others, we cultivate empathy, patience, and the ability to communicate effectively. These qualities enhance leadership, decision-making, and interpersonal relationships. The practice of positivity reinforces this, allowing us to approach challenges and conflicts with a constructive and solution-oriented mindset. Together, kindness and positivity create a harmonious cycle. Empathy informs action, and positive action reinforces understanding, creating an environment in which both individuals and communities can thrive. Adopting this habit requires conscious effort, especially in moments of stress, disagreement, or frustration. It is easy to react negatively or remain indifferent. But the disciplined choice to respond with compassion and optimism is what differentiates ordinary interactions from transformative ones. Each day presents countless opportunities to practice this habit, from expressing gratitude to colleagues, to helping someone in need, to offering encouragement to a friend facing difficulty. Over time, these actions become a natural part of your character, shaping not only how others perceive you, but also how you perceive yourself. Kindness and positivity are not signs of weakness. They are expressions of strength and emotional mastery. They empower us to influence our environment positively, to inspire others, and to create a legacy that extends beyond material achievements. By embracing these practices daily, we elevate not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us, demonstrating that the true measure of success lies not just in what we achieve for ourselves, but in the positive impact we leave on the world. Consistency is the quiet force behind every remarkable achievement, yet it is often overlooked in the pursuit of instant results. Many people focus on bursts of motivation, dramatic efforts, or sudden inspiration, believing that success comes from extraordinary moments. In reality, it is the repeated, disciplined actions taken over time that produce the most profound and lasting transformations. Consistency is not about occasional excellence. It is about unwavering commitment to doing the right things, day after day, even when progress seems slow or unseen. This habit forms the foundation for mastery, growth, and long-term success, shaping lives in ways that sudden efforts alone cannot. The power of consistency lies in its cumulative effect. Small actions, repeated regularly, compound over time, creating outcomes that far exceed the initial effort. Just as a single drop of water may seem insignificant, thousands of drops can carve a river through solid rock. The same principle applies to personal and professional growth. Reading a few pages each day, practicing a skill for a short period consistently, or dedicating a few minutes daily to self-reflection may seem minimal, but over weeks and months, these actions accumulate into extraordinary expertise, resilience, and achievement. It is the habit of showing up consistently that separates those who dream from those who realize their dreams. Consistency also builds trust, both internally and externally. When we consistently follow through on our commitments, we develop self-trust, confidence, and a sense of reliability that empowers us to take on greater challenges. People notice and respond to consistency, whether in personal relationships, professional settings, or community involvement. Being reliable, dependable, and steady in effort fosters respect and influence, creating opportunities that sporadic or inconsistent action cannot generate. By embodying consistency, we demonstrate that our goals are more than fleeting intentions. They are commitments we are willing to honor through sustained effort. One of the most powerful aspects of consistency is its ability to overcome obstacles and setbacks. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. Motivation may waver, circumstances may change, and immediate results may be discouraging. Yet, consistent action provides a stabilizing force that keeps progress moving forward. When effort is habitual, and conditional on mood or circumstance, setbacks become temporary and resilience grows. Consistency ensures that no matter the difficulties encountered, momentum is maintained and goals remain within reach. Consistency also sharpens focus and discipline. By committing to regular routines, we reduce the influence of distractions and cultivate habits that align with long-term objectives, whether it is dedicating time each day to learning, exercising, planning, or improving relationships. Consistency channels energy toward what truly matters. Over time, these consistent efforts create structure, reinforce priorities, and foster a sense of control over life's trajectory. The repeated practice of small, intentional actions gradually builds mastery, competence, and confidence that few short-term efforts could achieve. Moreover, consistency reinforces a mindset of perseverance and patience. In a culture that glorifies instant results, the ability to stay committed despite slow progress is a rare and valuable trait. It teaches that transformation is not a product of a single moment, but of persistent effort over time. By valuing steady progress over immediate gratification, we cultivate endurance, develop emotional resilience, and create a foundation for achievements that endure long into the future. Consistency is the engine that turns potential into reality. It transforms habits into skills, intentions into actions, and dreams into tangible results. By committing to regular, deliberate effort, we harness the power of incremental progress, maintain momentum in the face of challenges, and develop the discipline, resilience, and focus necessary to achieve extraordinary outcomes. Every small step, repeated daily, compounds to produce exponential results, demonstrating that true transformation is rarely sudden, but always deliberate and persistent. So, start today, start small, and commit. The life you dream of is waiting on the other side of these small, powerful habits. Remember, it's not the big events, but the daily choices that define your destiny. Start now and watch your life change, one habit at a time. Thank you.